Well, I'm excited. We got a strong group of leaders here, starting a new Congress, and I'm excited about the leadership we have here on the Democratic side. We got a lot done in the last couple of years, and we got a lot more to do, a lot more to finish what we've already done. And we've already made some real progress on the economy, on inflation, and a number of other things. Foreign policy is we've united the West in a way that hadn't done in a while, including bringing in Japan.
There is huge, amazing news for the retirees, the Social Security recipients. We have some important letters, folks, but first I want to announce that I have a free gift card giveaway for you guys. It's $60 on Amazon. If you want to claim this gift card, feel free to do it. All you gotta do is pretty much watch until the end of the video and as well redeem the code that I provide with you guys. It's a free $60 Amazon gift card. It's to show my appreciation for you guys' support, and I just want to say thank you for watching, and I want to say that I always do my very best in providing you with the most up-to-date, reliable stimulus check information. So I want to give back to you guys and show my appreciation. But anyways, folks, here is what I have to say about the fourth stimulus check. A lot of news has been happening, a lot of developments in Congress, and who knows, President Biden might keep his promise this time. You probably have received a letter in December concerning your cost of living adjustment increase, but if you did, don't overlook it. The letter to the SSA, the Social Security Administration, sent out this letter, and it tells recipients how that adjustment will impact their benefit amount in this year. If you received it and don't even know what to do with it, well, you shouldn't throw it away and try not to lose it. You may need it for a number of reasons, including proof of benefit amount when applying for loans or energy assistance. It's important to keep that letter in a safe place, folks, because according to the SSA, the letter notifies beneficiaries of the new benefit amount, and according to the SSA, which increased by 8.7% in January, those who received the SSI income received their first COLA payment in December. Plus, about 65 million Americans will see this check increase in 2023. So if your COLA payment is more or less than you expected, you can make an appeal to the SSA, and your COLA letter will act as some sort of proof. The SSA told CNET that if the letter is sent down in the mail throughout December, it means you probably have already received the check, you just didn't realize it. And now inflation has hit a 4-decade high last year as the prices soared across the states. From food to fuel to housing to utilities to make ends meet, everything was just going up by crazy amounts. And to make ends meet, Americans were forced to withdraw money when they had in the savings. And now economic uncertainty caused a sweeping downturn in the stock market. It has erased trillions of dollars from individual retirement accounts and 401ks. Plus, to make matters worse, the 5.9% COLA applied to SSA Social Security checks in 2022 has failed to keep up with this pace of inflation, meaning benefits lost their buying power. In other words, retired workers effectively took a pay cut last year. To rebalance the scales, Social Security benefits got a large 8.7% COLA in 2023. Retired workers haven't seen that much of a raise since the 80s, and that raise comes with an important silver lining. SSA benefits get an annual COLA for one simple reason: inflation devalues money over time. Benefits must increase at the same rate as inflation just to maintain a buying power. A buying power that should help so many people in the United States right in this moment via stimulus checks. Now, first of all, don't forget about this, folks, that unfortunately inflation continued to accelerate. The 2022 COLA was finalized. In fact, the CPIW has increased 6% in every single year. Now, for context, the average monthly benefit for retired workers has fallen in January, fallen again in 2023, fallen again probably next year as well. Benefits lost their buying power last year because inflation has just continued to accelerate after the COLA 2022 was recently announced. What this means, folks, is that the opposite scenario appears to be playing out this year. The inflation rate slowed for 6 consecutive months. It has already fallen below 8%, and meaning that the 2023 COLA is on pace to overestimate something huge that we don't even realize. And Social Security benefits are on track to regain a portion of their income or even more since last year. In fact, if inflation continues to fall, the Fed is doing everything in its power to make that happen. The end result may be a net gain for beneficiaries, specifically the CPIW increases, but less than 6% a year. Benefits would gain even more buying power in 2023, and of course that trend could lead to a much smaller 2024 COLA raise, something so small that people won't even realize is a stimulus payment, but the truth is that it is.
Japan and other Asian countries has invested in Ukraine's future, and Americans are starting to feel the effects of some of the laws we passed, and we have, and only now going to be going into effect. Like I said, the press has heard me say this before, we're in a situation where we promised folks on Medicare their insulin was going to go from about $400 a month to $35 a month, but it was a promise. Well, guess what? As of January 1, it's a reality. And people are feeling the effects of it. There's so much more of that out there. And we're going to discuss how we can continue to build on the progress, ultimately lowering the cost for middle class and working class families. You know, we've talked a lot about this around the table with folks here, that I decided this time out, I think you all are in the same boat. I want the wealthy to continue to be able to do well, but look, I'm tired of trickle-down economics. I want to build this economy from the bottom up and the middle out. When that happens, poor folks have a shot, middle class does well, and the wealthy never get hurt. They're doing just fine. So we also want to talk about the extreme Republican economic plans. Apparently they're generally serious about cutting Social Security, cutting Medicare, and I love their 30% sales tax. We want to talk a lot about that. But look, I have no intention of letting the Republicans wreck our economy, nor does anybody around this table, in my view. And again,
where's my money? A payment date for you soon. We'll bring you that information as soon as it becomes available. Beneficiaries who did not file a 2019 or 2020 tax return or did not use the non-filers tool. The IRS is verifying the info it received from the Social Security Administration. Once that process is complete, it's sending the money through direct deposit.
Nancy Pelosi is now saying that lawmakers have to come to an agreement on stimulus to avoid the recession, that is. The lawmakers are now discussing what steps the federal government would take to help the American people. Now Nancy Pelosi has signaled that Democrats will seek to extend the federal debt ceiling during the lame duck session of Congress and avoid a potential conflict with Republicans that Pelosi said could threaten the U.S. economy. Even with party control of the House, Nancy Pelosi cited Republicans' threats to use the debt limit extension to cut Medicare and Social Security. She told ABC News, "We'll see what they contend that they want to do, but our best shot is to hold a vote for now." And now everybody, a debt limit standoff in Congress would carry echoes to the 2011 crisis when the U.S. came within 2 days of defaulting on its debt in global market. Bloomberg reports that estimates for the current debt cap is about $31 trillion. One of Joe Biden's advisors also said that we think it is a good idea if Congress lifted the debt limit during this time. It should be a bipartisan way, and it should not be just about the country, but the world's fiscal stability and economic stability. Joe Biden's advisors said that the American people could expect that Congress would do the right thing and lift the debt limit either now or later, and now Senate Majority Leader Chuck Schumer has stated the debt ceiling is something that lawmakers will look at over the next few weeks.